Today we're gonna go through a very simple but at the same time effective power endurance circuit for boxing. And we will be using medicine balls for this workout. And the reason medicine balls are so good for boxing is that it is a non-impact method. You can exert a lot of power and force, but you're not getting a counter force back. As a boxer, you're already practicing boxing multiple times a week, you're hitting the pads, you're sparring, you're hitting the heavy bags, so you get a lot of impact back. The concentric force, that is, that hits you back. With medicine balls, however, you can continue to exert power and train this aspect without getting excessively sore, so it's an excellent alternative for conditioning. So once again, the focus of this workout is power endurance, otherwise known as anaerobic endurance. That is your ability to withstand lactate and continue to work in conditions where oxygen is low or non-existent because the pace is so high. Therefore, it will be a very awkward interval format, an activity to rest ratio of 2:1, which means that we will be active for 20 seconds in each interval and we will rest for 40 seconds, 2:1. And in this particular workout, we will not be completely passively resting in the rest periods. We will be using the jump rope in light to moderate tempo. So 20 seconds activity on each medicine ball drill and 40 seconds rest with the jump rope, active rest that is. So every exercise in this circuit obviously has a purpose. I have not just dreamt up a bunch of random movements that I'm trying to tell you to do because they have cool names and whatnot. Everything has a purpose. I will say later in the video during the instructions what exactly those things work, but they basically isolate different aspects of boxing and work on them exclusively. For example, you have the hip rotational power, you have the arm endurance, you have the leg endurance. All of those things will be worked on individually in each station in the circuit. Anyways, the workout itself is very simple. Grab a medicine ball, no more than 6 kilograms, from 3 to 6 kilograms depending on how big you are, how much power production you have, but don't go any heavier than that because then you will not be able to produce powerful and explosive movements, which is paramount. Every single repetition has to be performed with maximal effort because think of it like this, during the rest periods you are simply preparing yourself for this short 20 seconds active period for each round. This is where you have to go hard. When you do the jumping rope you want to get your heart rate down, so you prepare yourself for the main medicine ball rounds. Start off with the wall ball, go to the medicine ball punch and then chest pass, medicine ball core twist and do 40 seconds of jumping rope in between. That has been one cycle. Then you rest for 60 seconds and you perform 5 more cycles. And as you get better, as you progress, you can add more cycles, but start like this. Now let's go through the execution of each exercise. So you will start off with the wall ball. Grab your medicine ball, hold it tightly against your body in a front rack position like this, squat down all the way, take a deep breath first, feel your core tension, squat down all the way and bam! Rise as powerfully and explosively as you can, do the triple extension, which is the ankles, knees and hips, get as straight as you can, get up on your toes and condense all that energy into your arms and release the ball with it. Throw it upwards and forward as far and powerfully as you possibly can, each repetition. And this is a total body power exercise with special emphasis in the squat as well, because you squat down prior to the triple extension. After that, go to the jumping rope, get your heart rate down for 40 seconds and prepare yourself for the next station. Next up we have the medicine ball punch, a classic exercise with the medicine ball for hip rotational power that is. In this exercise you really want to exaggerate your hip and shoulder rotation prior to releasing the ball. So really lean back into your rear leg as if you're preparing, show your shoulder forward and elastically turn everything back again. Don't spend so much time after you have done this rotation. Do it very elastically, like a whip, so that you use the elastic properties of your muscles, the stretch shortening cycle it's called. And bam! Aggressively rotate your hips and shoulders and lean all your weight into your front leg again and bam! Release the ball with maximal intent and power. Every repetition maximal power. You can do 4 repetitions on one side and 4 repetitions on the other until the time runs out. And once again go back to your jumping rope for 40 seconds and prepare yourself for the next station. And next up we will have the chest pass, which is for upper body power, mainly the arm endurance and the chest musculature. So you just stand upright and hold the ball tightly against your chest and release it with your arms and chest muscles only. This is because we want to isolate those exclusively. You will maybe have some minor upper body movement while you're doing this exercise. It's very hard not to, but try to minimize it as much as you can. Back to the jumping rope again for 40 seconds, light to moderate tempo, get your heart rate down and prepare for the next and final station for this cycle, which is the medicine ball core twist. This works on your core and hip rotation exclusively. It does a very good job of isolating that completely so that nothing else gets involved, so it's hyper focused on that area. You just lie down on your butt like this, lean back, and as powerfully and aggressively as you can, rotate your hips, release the ball into the wall, and then the ball is gonna have a recoil with the ball, turn it back towards you, and you try to withstand that recoil so that your cores get really engaged and you use this stretch shortening cycle, once again, elastic energy, to redirect the force back into the wall. And then you do this as many times and as powerfully as you can, use the recoil from the wall. That is key. You can vary, for example, 5 reps or 6 reps on each side and then quickly turn towards the other side and repeat until the time is over.